Hi guys and girls, welcome to your face reading channel. In today's video, I want you to intuitively see your face and see what it reflects in the year 2025. Today on 31st of December 2024, I'm shooting this particular video so that I can freshly mint this video for you and thereby show you as to how you can see your face across a timeline and what your face can indicate about you, how far you have progressed. To answer also a question as to what you have thought about where you will be in past, have you reached at that particular place? So what we are going to learn is to decipher things on your face. And here, as you could see in my magic board, I have mentioned as to what your face indicates in 2025. So what I have done is I have captured in pictures of myself just as an example, not to brag about me, just as an example of how you can take your face from different timelines and intuitively see as to what reflections you're getting when you're seeing your picture itself. I'm going to give you tips as to how you can better read for yourself. So let's jump straight into the magic board. So these pictures I have gathered from my Facebook profile of the years that I have gone through. This one is of 2013. It was from my college time when I was in my undergraduation. This is a little filtered picture because this was of my farewell day. Actually, from my college, this is of 2018. This was actually required for one of the shoots, or one of my friend actually clicked it because one of my interviews was published on one of the sites. This is 2021. This I think was taken when my sister's wedding was there. This is freshly minted 2024, 31st December. This I just clicked just few moments back actually from the back camera. From the very first part of it, you can visibly see that the quantity of hair has lessened with time. That is one of the key things that you could see from the different timeline. But what we are going to see is we are going to focus on three fronts. The very first of it is, I like the shen part the most. Shen is the light of your eyes, and shen reflects the current fire elemental presence in you, and it reveals about your current emotional state because it's the fire part, and fire as vibrational as energetic fire is. Similarly, your fire elemental presence gets reflected through your shen, which is nothing but the light of your eyes. You can imagine light of your eyes as a flame, the flame of a candle that is burning, and how lit it is, right? That indicates a sense of your current emotional state. And in face reading terms, a face reader gauges the aspect of stagnation as well, or how much you're alive in a particular moment. So the pictures that you'll be extracting, you can either capture pictures wherein you're smiling, or even pictures where you're non-smiling. If it is a good front-facing picture, it definitely makes for a good understanding about yourself, and you can always view your face and you can get into the time zone or the story that you are in and just see whether your face is indicating that particular story of where you were. Like if you are seeing this picture, the shen, that is the light of the eyes, very much gives the reflection of a young boy wanting to be on top of the world, or kind of being pretty serious as per the expression as you can see, right? But here, if you see the 2024, 31st of December, the kind of highlight is different, right? And that is the transformation that a person goes through with various situations, with various circumstances, right? So the very first part, we are going to, as I mentioned, we are going to focus on the physical features, where you can focus on the eyes, the eyebrows. You can focus on the physical structure of your face. Like for my face, the very first thing that you could see is you could observe the shadowing, right? You could observe the shadowing across my eyes, right? It's a picture that is taken in the sunlight, and you could see the shadow that is there. A lot of shadow is there, right? and when a lot of shadowing is there on the eyes, it can reflect how introverted a person can be, and how inside a person can be than the expressive part, right? And it is very much a part of my inner design where I am a shy person, right? So it is one of the beautiful concepts that you can learn in face reading, wherein if the eye sockets are pretty deep inside the forehead, and if you view it from the side, you will observe that if eyes are pretty deep inside, it can very much reflect that a person is deep inside, and a person can be shy, a person can be introverted, and they may not feel pretty comfortable in the social setting, which definitely goes with how I am, right? So that is one of the things that I wanted to share, and you could observe the shadowing is there across the timelines, and it is one of the facial structure that I have got. Although by being more open, or by being with people who are more open, your eyes or the opening of the eyes part can change, or can be better or worse depending on how your social surrounding is, how your nurturing is over the years, because eyes reflect how open your heart is. With the narrowing of the eyes, it can reflect how you have shut your system, the heart system, which can happen if you're experiencing issues in your personal life or in your emotional life, where you may avoid vulnerabilities, and you may not want to be vulnerable, especially in parts of love, relationship, the heartbreaks and all. Or if you're more open to life, where your eye part is more visible, where your black in the eyes is more visible, it can reflect an open heart, and thereby it can also reflect a vulnerable heart, but more open to others and more expressive to others, right? So you can look at your physical structure, the eyes, the eyebrows, the forehead. You can observe your ears, your noses. There is also a philtrum part, which is this particular part in between the nose and the upper lip, which we are not going to focus right now here, but just look at the facial structure of how your eyes, the eyebrows, the forehead, the ears, the noses have changed with time. Is there a certain change that you can observe? It's important that you take your pictures like from this particular point. If you're watching this video, I assume you will be at least 20 or 18. So take pictures 10 years or 12 years back from this moment and see what changes you could observe on your facial self. So if you look at the eyes, especially the highlight, the shen component is something which I love to read, and it gives you a lot of intuitive vibes. So if you observe the highlights here in my eyes, in the initial part, you could see and you could feel that it's a lot more practical focus, and you could gaze the shen as more towards, especially up till this point, you could observe the shen to be the shen, the light of the eye, to be more practically oriented, to be more featured towards the world, towards the practical side of things. Whereas if you see from the year 2021 to 2024, and if you observe deeply in the eyes, the liquid component in the eyes have increased, the sensitivity has increased, maybe the emotional part has increased, maybe the feelings part have increased, which is very much the case as I'm more into the spiritual side of things now, because I'm a reader and an intuitive reader. I do the intuitive work of helping people with face reading. Whenever the intuitive part gets better or gets stronger, you'll observe people's feelings component to be more enhanced. And that is what you could observe if you feel the eyes. If you just gauge the highlights here, you could feel that the feelings component over the practical component has increased. It's just a natural intuitive feel that you may go through once you see your face itself. With respect to the physical feature component, if you see, the eyebrow strength has been there This is a reflector of your wood element presence in you, which indicates how strong a wood energy or a fighting component is there in you that can make you dynamic, aggressive, that can make you quite strong towards the work aspect in terms of handling multiple projects. If you look at the nose part, the nose is decently big or decent enough, or you could say as an average nose. And nose as a parameter indicates about how you want to project your personal power. Big noses or very big noses goes with showing strong authority towards being in a powerful position or towards controlling a particular thing. And small noses may go with people who can be extreme hard workers and can do things to the dot, and they can be extremely good with respect to following a code of conduct, right? But people with big noses can be nosy, so that can be there. If you focus on the ears part, Rose Roastery has mentioned that long ears goes with the strong listening ability. Short ears may go with people who may not like to listen that much but wants to do more. So that is something which you can observe your ears across the number of years that you have gone through. That sings, right? You can gauge the years across the number of years that you have gone through. Forehead is also one of the essential components where in the face reading terms you can map your 20s to the early 30s, right? So your teenage starts from this particular hairline, and if you stretch on the extraordinary meridian, which is the central line passing from the middle of the face, the lines on the forehead can indicate the transformations that you have gone in your 20s up till 30s at this particular place. And if you observe one of the things, I'm not sure if you could gauge from the camera, but there is this small lining that was not very prominent here. But if I see it in 2025, this line has become a little prominent, and it can indicate a major transformational change in the year 2024 or the latter years, and it can indicate a significant life lesson that a person might have gone through in the year 23, 24, because this very much is the age. The upper forehead can indicate the age bracket of 24ish, 23ish or 25ish, something like that. So it can indicate a major life lesson, which could be also a transformational change of graduating from a college, or you getting to a new job, or maybe facing difficulty. And whenever there is a horizontal wrinkle or a horizontal line on your face, it can indicate certain life events that you might have gone through, which could be transformational in nature, which could be life-changing in nature, but you have to assess the whole face to understand how or what changes you have gone through. And it's a good reflection that you can gauge on your face when you go across your facial timeline, right? So that is something which you can learn from the forehead part. So gauge these aspects on the face as to what these aspects indicate or how they have changed over time. I have made specific videos on different celebrities telling about what these features indicate, and what I want you to do is to also gauge things more intuitively. Just see your faces across the number of years and feel what thought processes you had in past. Think about where you wanted to be back 10 years back. Have you reached there? Have you grown as a person? Just see all of those things on the face. Observe the transformation that you have gone through. Mention in the comment section as to what transformation you have discovered on your face 12 to 15 years back versus what your face is today. You can mention in the comment section. I'll make sure to answer most of the questions that you possess or carry within the comment section as to what transformation your face indicate. And as face indicates the power of now, and it indicates how you have lived your life in the past, what your current feelings are, and it gets reflected on your face. It is reflected in one of the books that I have read is as you're inside, so you're outside, and your face is a reflection of your inner self. So if you're happy, your face will show signs of being happy, being moral, being good. And if you're not happy, or if you're feeling stagnation in some capacity, observe the light of the eyes and you can feel the difference. Or you can also feel the difference in your face, especially the light of the eyes. If you observe yourself from the time that were emotionally or physically tough for you versus today if you're in the happy zone. So observe those things on your face. It's a fun exercise to do, to look at your face, and you'll be in a different territory when you see the face. Just as a third person, if I see the faces that I carried over the number of years, I do sense a lot of transformation that has gone through with the number of years that has passed. And yes, it's like you can very much change your face, or the script of your face with certain changes in your lifestyle that you do. Of course, it won't change 100%, but the basic beautiful changes that you want to make to become a better version of yourself is something that can be reflected and can be visibly seen. And as a face reader, or as face reading is a journey to be a better face reader, why not start from your face? So it's also a fun exercise to do for yourself, for your family members. And yes, do let me know in the comment section if you face any doubts. If you want to get your face reading, you can head over to my website chehraspeaks.com, the link of which I'll share in the description section as well. And you can have access to the in-depth general reading that I offer, where I focus on your strengths, your challenges. I focus on the tendencies in love. I focus upon the transformation over the years that you have gone through. I focus on the parental influence, the shen component. The other reading is the in-depth relationship reading, which is more on the compatibility part between the partners, the challenges in the relationships, what you can do to better your relationship. Enough of marketing on that aspect. But yes, you can span across my website to see what I offer. And yes, thank you so much for watching this video. If you're watching it till now, you are my best friend, buddy. And yes, if you feel this video was helpful in some capacity, just to give you insights on what features on the face can change, you can like this video. And if you feel it is worth sharing, you can share it with your friends whom you feel it can help. Bye for now. This is Nitesh signing off.